Hello everyone, welcome to this video. My name is Joe and I hope you all are doing well. This is a series of videos which will help you to prepare for your Azure AI-102 certification. We will go through similar questions present in the exam and discuss in detail each and every options. A basic knowledge of Azure AI services will be helpful to better understand these questions. I took one training to prepare for the certification and it was incredibly helpful and got me through the exam. I would highly recommend this training and the link will be provided in the description. So now let's get into the video. Now the format of the question which we are going to discuss today is there will be a requirement provided and you have to select which feature of the Azure AI service should you use. Now to the question. You are building a model that will be used in an iOS app. You have images of apple and grapes. Each image contains either an apple or grapes. You need to use the custom vision service to detect whether the images are of an apple or grapes. How should you configure the project in the custom vision portal? To answer, select the appropriate options in the answer area. Note, each correct selection is worth 1 point, which means there are multiple correct answers. Now, project types: classification, object detection. Classification types: multilabel, multiclass. Domains: landmark, landmark compact, audit, food, general, general compact, retail compact. Let us break down the question. What are the keywords? We have to run the model in an iOS app. So that is one requirement. And you have to identify the images either as an apple or grapes. So you have to categorize the image, whether the image is that of an apple or that of a grapes. Now, how should you configure the project in the custom vision portal? How will you create this project in the custom vision portal? So the very first requirement is to select the project type. So we know it is a custom vision service and which project type should we choose. So either it is classification or object detection. So what is classification project used for? It is used to categorize the image or classify the image as the name suggests. You can classify the image into any of the groups which you have trained the model for. So you can tag the image as apple or grapes, train the model and later use this model to detect the given image, whether it is an apple or grape. So classification model is used to classify an image. Now next is object detection. Object detection is used to detect objects present in a single image. So it will detect the objects present in the image and will provide the coordinates where these objects are present in the given image. So that is the difference between these two models. So our need is to detect whether the given image is an apple or grapes. Simply categorize the given image as apple or grapes. So the project we have to use is classification. Now which type of the classification project should we use? Is it multi-label or multi-class? Let us see the Microsoft documentation. So if we go to the custom vision documentation, we can see that these are the two features of custom vision. And if we go to image classification, you can see the steps to follow in the custom vision portal to create an image classification model. So first we have to create a new project, and while creating a new project you have to select these options. So here we selected the project type as classification. Then there are classification types, whether it is multi-label or multi-class. So what is the difference between multi-label and multi-class classification types? So if we scroll down further, here we can see that you have to select the project types. Then under classification types, choose either multi-label or multi-class depending on your use case. Multi-label classification applies any number of your tags to an image, 0 or more, while multi-class classification sorts images into single categories. Every image you submit is sorted into the most likely tag. So in this scenario, we are tagging the images as apple or grapes. We have only single tag for every image. So we have to choose the multi-class classification. So in the case of multi-label classification, you can provide multiple labels for a single image. For apple, you can give image like apple or a red fruit or any image related to that. You can train the model with multiple tags or multiple labels. But in this scenario, we need only one label. So we have to choose the multi-class classification, which sorts images into single categories. Then next need is which domain should we select? So the question states that our model should run in an iOS device. So we have to choose the domain accordingly. So if we go to this documentation, which is export your model for use with mobile devices, you have to follow these steps to run the model offline or to run the model on both Android or iOS devices. Here we can see that Custom Vision service only exports projects with compact domains. The model generated by compact domains are optimized for the constraints of real-time classification on mobile devices. So here it says that the model should be generated in compact domains to run on mobile devices. So the domain should be compact domain. So the project type is classification. The classification type is multi-class, single tag per image, and the domain we have to choose is any of the compact domain. So we can choose general compact or event food compact. We can see what all are the options. So the domains, it says landmark, landmarks compact, audit, food, general compact, retail compact. So the most suited one is general compact. This is the most suited compact domain given in the options. So which custom vision service should we use? We have to use the classification model. So the correct answer is option A. In the second scenario, which classification type should we use? We should use multi-class, which applies single tag to an image. Now, which domain should we use to run the model in an iOS app? We have to choose the general compact domain. So the correct answers are classification, multi-class, and general compact. By the way, I will be providing the link to these documentations in the description below. So what did we learn from this question? We learned about classification and object detection models, about various domains and classification types.